Welcome to Midwest Talks. It is an extension of our show, Midwest Access, which I host every day from 4 to 5. Well, in Midwest Talks, we're getting into things a little bit deeper, things we don't quite have time for on Midwest Access. And so today we are talking with a certified sex therapist. Her name is Sarah Hancock-Hall. And we kind of jokingly called it asking for a friend because a lot of times we don't want to speak up about these problems. But as she likes to say, and as she talks about, these are things that couples are doing, but they're having a hard time talking about them. And so that's where she comes in. She's able to help navigate through those uncomfortable conversations, but in things that matter so much in our intimate relationships. And so I'm excited for you to get to take a look at what she has to say. She talks about why you would go see a sex therapist, what are common issues that people have. There might be a lot of very intense things, and there might be just some minor problems that you want to clean up in your marriage before things get bad. And so we're going to take a look at those interviews next. Welcome back to Midwest Access. Well, I am here in the comfy, cozy, beautiful office of Sarah Hancock-Hall, and she is a certified sex therapist. Yes, you heard that right. We are talking to a sex therapist today. Look what a normal person she looks like, right? Well, you know, I just say that to address the fact that sex is uncomfortable to talk about, but it is a part of our lives. I think we can all say, yes, that is a part of our lives. It's part of who we are as humans. And so this is what you do, is help people in that area of their life. Mm-hmm. And so, can you explain like what a sex therapist is and maybe some reasons we might want to see you?
Yes. So a sex therapist really is just like your everyday therapist. But we are trying to treat issues of asexual nature.
Okay.
So that really, there's a range of problems that can show up in a sex therapist's office. So the really common ones tend to be about desire levels in a relationship, or low libido or changes in libido.
That's huge.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is super, super common, and that should really having different levels of desire in a relationship should be seen as the norm, not the exception to the norm.
That's good to know too. I mean, you see it in every sitcom, you know, millions of movies. It's like the common theme that there's this
tonight.
Right.
Yes.
It's such a common theme, and so it's good to know that's normal.
Yes, that is so normal.
Yeah, but it's also something we can talk to a sex therapist about, we can talk to our partner about, and I would think getting on the same page has got to really help out your relationship.
Yes, and it's when we are not on the same page that becomes a problem, and that's when it shows up to my office, where typically what happens is partners feel like they have unmet expectations.
Yeah.
There's resentment. There's potentially obligation sex happening.
Yep.
Doesn't feel good to anybody.
No.
So those are the big things that come out of that different levels of desire that would come to a sex therapist's office, where we would untangle all of that.
Wow. I mean, I'm just thinking of past relationships, of friends of mine, all the things that you talk about all the time.
Yep.
That's a huge one. And if you could come and see somebody, get that taken care of in your relationship, wow.
Yeah.
That's going to be a huge load of stress off of that relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Now again, there's a giant variety, I'm sure. Yeah. What's something else, maybe something more serious somebody might come to, as to your comfortability? Is that a word?
Yeah, so there's a lot of different things that sex therapists see and do.
Okay.
So it could be challenges with orgasm or arousal. It could be bigger relationship problems that stem from the sexual issues in the relationship. It could be sexual pain, out of control sexual behavior, sexual trauma. all those things.
That's kind of what came to mind too, was like past sexual trauma, you
Yeah.
know, again, thinking of friends and different people that we talk to in our lives, you know, some of that you don't want to deal with, you don't deal with it, and then
Yep.
it affects every relationship after that.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
So sexuality is kind of the final frontier is what I say to people. When folks say, I've already worked on this, like, why is this showing up in
Sure.
the sexual relationship? And that's what I say is, like, this is sort of the area that people are most reluctant to actually address directly.
Okay.
But that's where I come in.
Yeah, yeah. To have somebody to help you, like you said, just like a therapist, you know, for me, going to a therapist was really like, okay, how do I communicate? How do I get these feelings and words out?
Yes.
And this is that same thing, but just in a sexual nature.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's so nice to know that there's resources, and that's one thing that we're all about on Midwest Access is connecting people with resources, with things that are available in the community that you maybe didn't know about, or maybe you were afraid to ask. This is why you're here, and we're here to learn.
Yes.
So, okay.
Yes.
All right.